Beware of spikes, huh? Yeah, I'll say. The Smash fandom seems to be spiked. Most of them. Some of it. Them. Anyways. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna do the right thing and take a minute to recognize the tragic passing of Etika. It was definitely suicide, just like the late Robin Williams. And everyone remembers his reactions in the Nintendo community and such. I'm not too familiar with him myself. The only things I could remember best about him was how he reacted to Bayonetta's reveal in Smash 4, and of course the things he said prior to the Super Mario Maker 2 Direct, when he appeared to be alive and well. Well, what can you do? Goes to show you that, if somebody needs help, someone is trying to reach out to others, you kind of want to do that. You kind of want to be there for your friends. You want to just do what you can. I don't know if I want to actually do anything here, because when I said some of the fandom is spiked. Okay, first of all, I'm going to bring up that WayForward had mentioned that they had some help from Studio Trigger to work on their opening animation for Shantae 5. I've seen it, it's very good. I know it's only like about 30 seconds long, but it does it's faithful to what the Shantae series has had so far. But there is one thing that there was that window that was seen briefly, and for some reason it ended up shaped like a mirrorized Smash ball or something. And you don't know whether it's fake or real, because both pieces of wood there are pretty thick, and one of them was supposed to be thin. But the thing is, it's probably just a shout out, you know? You know how all this other stuff about Shantae supposedly being for the, I don't know, base roster of the game or something? All that stuff, I'm pretty sure they had to be shout-outs. What WayForward could have hinted at, for all we know, was just her inclusion as what we see here, as a spirit. Ace level spirit, or I'm sorry, ace rank, with 3 slots available, and increases the magic attack so she's good for fighters such as Zelda, Robin. I'm wondering if it's a stretch to say she'd be good for Ganondorf. I wonder if his attacks are considered magical. So, with that said, there is one thing about Shantae. We know that Shantae 5 is coming. and later this year, I might add. So, rather than bolster our hopes for Shantae being Smash Ultimate as paid DLC, couldn't we all just look forward to Shantae 5? I mean, if she's right here, how is she going to get in as paid DLC? Even spirits are representation, and Shantae is representing her series. And of course, she's not alone. We have good old Risky Boots, her nemesis, also a spirit. Adding Shantae to Smash now would be messing with the program. And as much as fans can argue that rules have been broken, these rules being more like guidelines, I should point out, much as fans want to argue with that, they've never messed with the program. They've never done something that would involve having like a sticker be changed or having a sticker able to be equipped with the exact same character. That's actually the least of concerns here, because what a lot of people seem to be forgetting here is that each challenger pack, which is what the fighters come in, each challenger pack brings in new representation to Smash altogether. There's one fighter, there's one stage, and several music tracks. They also get a classic mode route, and then there's a special DLC spirit board that brings in new spirits. What would happen with Shantae is, well, Risky Boots would end up being moved or something, or taken out of the base roster, or, I'm sorry, not base roster, but taken out of the base spirit number. Things would have to be rearranged if they wanted to do that, and I don't really think fans can argue by saying they just slapped a PNG on there. What would they really have to do? It's a lot more than you think. I mean, these video games aren't exactly unlimited. Now, you guys can dislike this video all you want, and you guys can say what you want to me, but it's not gonna change anything. It's not going to magically grant your wishes. What you guys say to me, you want to say that you deny me or anything like that, or if you think I'm dictating that they won't be in there, do I need to remind you? How can I be dictating that Shantae won't be in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a playable fighter when she's right here? It's common knowledge that spirits wouldn't exactly become fighters later down the road. I mean, so far we've had brand new representation. We've had Persona, we've had Dragon Quest, and now Banjo-Kazooie. Have you guys seen any representation like that in the past Smash games? Or have you seen it in this game for that matter? Yes, Tails and Tekken representation is still debatable, but the point is, each challenger pack has brought in new representation. So, even without the Spirits debacle, I still hear stuff like they want Porky or Psylocke. Now Porky's from Earthbound and Psylocke is from Metroid, and there's plenty of representation. How is a challenger pack going to add anything to that? Not from what we've seen so far. So I'm going through these spirits alphabetically. Give you all a quick reminder. Here's Ashley, so we'll have to say no to her. But, you know, maybe next time. And that's if that's going to be another Smash game in the future. I'd throw that up in the air, though, because Sakurai has said in his book, yeah, whatever that book was. If he stayed there, he's definitely probably not doing another Smash ballot. Can you blame him? Last one, people completely botched it, or fucked it up, I should say. So we got Bayonetta as a result. It's like no one was really taking it seriously. Here's Azura. But you guys should actually be relieved in some way, because this means no more Fire Emblem. I'm pretty sure even Sakurai grew tired of it, and the only reason we got Chrom was because you can make him into an Echo Fighter. But here's our Black Knight. Spirit. Black Shadow. Spirit. Guess you could have made an Echo Fighter, but you got Ganondorf, and besides Blood Falcon's here, so there's a color costume for a Falcon anyway. Pretty much like with Lucas and Clouds. Bomberman's here. It's also an assist trophy. Cammy's here. Captain Toad is here. Besides, he's background in New Dog City Hall. Consider this video, for those of you who don't exactly know who all the spirits are, because I got quite a lot of them here, and I'd be happy to go through them all. Here's Chun-li. We won't be seeing her either. Not as playable fighters anyway. And here's DixieCon. It's still ridiculous thinking that people could hope for DixieCon when we got Banjo instead. I mean, I was hearing that like some kind of New York reaction, whatever. Oh well, she's here, so get used to it. Here's Dr. Eggman. Dry Bowser. I have to admit, she's a Fire Emblem character I'd like, but I've had fun with her spirits. I got 10 of them. Here's Elma. See? Elma's a spirit. Nah, we really can't make arguments here. This Ganondorf was probably a fighter back in Brawl and Smash 4. But now that one's based on Ocarina of Time, and besides, with Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf, they're more like different reincarnations or incarnations. So I was saying that they're the ones from different games. That definitely makes it okay. The one from Ocarina of Time is the one we got for the fighter. This kind of applies for Link and Zelda as well. Geno, spirits. Look, even Papa Gino's got over this, guys. He's happy that we got Banjo and Kazooie in. And even Final Smashes. Even Final Smashes are acceptable. Gooey's here. Goomba's here. By the way, if you look closely at the artwork here, she could do with a cover-up. So, maybe this is why Morrigan would have a decent shot. I mean, if you want to complain about some females needing cover-ups, well, I don't know if this was intentional or not, but I guess it's not completely controversial. And yet they edited Mithra. Actually, I don't think that was even an edit. I think that was just an alternate attire or something. Moving on. Here's Guile. Here's Hilda. Hinelka. Here's Infinite. Isaac. And you all know he's an assist trophy. Even Sakurai said he was pretty much doomed from the start. So, again, sorry. And besides, at this point, aren't you all sick of anime sword fighters? Wouldn't it be... Now that we get Isaac, he's the one anime sword fighter you're not going to complain about. Just think of this as a... Think of it as a Christian who loves God but hates their brothers and sisters. But if you hate your brothers and sisters, you do not love God. So, the whole getting sick of anime sword fighters yet you're okay with like Isaac or Lloyd, I don't really think it works that way. Same argument with Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf. This is Captain K. Rool, not King K. Rool. And he's from Donkey Kong Country 2. Here's Karate Joe. Here's King Boo. There's Knuckle Joe and Knuckles. There's a Koopa Troopa. And here's Crystal, also an assist trophy. I mean, look at all these spirits. There's Lynn. There's M. Bison. There's Magalore. A variation of Mario from Tennis Aces, so he's not the Mario from Odyssey nor Smash Ultimate. And here's another Final Smash. There's the Masked Man. Here's Matthew, son of Isaac. There's Fiora. There's Medusa. Both. here's Mithra. And here's Ninten. And here are the Octolings. Octoman and an octopus. I don't need to make arguments with these. There's Paula. PD Piranha. Even this isn't debatable either. It's the Phantom Thieves of Hearts from Persona 5. And besides, this came around the time Joker was released. Thing is, Nintendo wasn't just going to do a 180 and base a fighter off of a spirit. Not if that character's already in the game. Not if we've gotten new representation so far. Ah, here's Proto Man. I mean, really, why haven't the fighters Joker? Here's Pyra. Why haven't Joker, the hero from Dragon Quest, and Banjo-Kazooie? How have they not told you anything? How have they not told some fans something? How have they not? Here's Raiden. Oh, and the Rabbids are right here too, so forget about Rabbids. And here's Rayman. So, you think with what the Fighters Pass has shown so far, these people would get it by now. But they don't. Sad, really. I already went over her. There's Sagat. There's Sakiyama Miya. There's Samurai Goro. And here's Shadow the Hedgehog. I call myself a true blue Shadow the Hedgehog fan because the moment he was announced as an assist trophy, I knew he wasn't going to get in as a fighter. But I was A-okay with that. I'm like, well, it's their call. This is what they want to do. That's fine. And I've had fun with his spirit. Super Shadow, that is. Here's Silver. And here's the Skull Kid. And the one with Majora's Mask. He's an assist trophy too. Here's Springman. There's Sukapon. I should have mentioned Chibi Robo from before, but, well, you get the idea. And there's Taboo. Here's Tails. And Tetra. Do you guys get it? Those of you who continue to get your hopes up, if you really think that something is going to get any of these spirits as fighters, you're just setting yourselves up for disappointment, I can assure you. Probably going to happen anyway, but if you know me by now, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Here's Urbosa. And there's Viridi. Midna. And there's X. Well, he was in Mega Man's Final Smash anyway, but... And here are the Zeldas. Here's Zero. Already an assist trophy. And I'm done. Well, I didn't plan on making another one of these videos, but this was something I needed to get off my chest here. I wasn't gonna do another one of these until the hero from Dragon Quest came to Smash. So, theoretically, if a character that's already a spirit becomes a fighter later down the road as paid DLC, there'd be an outcry. See, for example, Paper Mario. Fans would be like, oh, so, for example, oh, so Paper Mario gets the special treatment, but this spirit doesn't? What the hell? And with only 2 slots left, with only 2 DLC fighters remaining, a spirit that becomes a fighter now would get ugly. Shantae or not. There, I said it.